In studio right now is Virginia Jaquish and her husband Bill. These guys have been embroiled in this battle down in German Flats and Joe, this is over a flood zone situation where they've been told. Well, I'll let you guys, Virginia, just tell the story, and then we'll get into what's happening here for you guys.
Well, it all started after the flood of 2013. The park has been there for over 50 years, and we've owned it since 92. And after the flood, we went to rebuild, and they tell us we can't rebuild, and we had to do floodplain development permits. They cited us because we didn't do that. We didn't know. All we did was move them and put them back in concrete pads. It's a long story on that. And it boils down to our town supervisor wanted to buy it in 92 and didn't get it.
That's an allegation that you guys have made. And obviously they deny that, and they're saying it's based on, they say this is based on the safety of people, safety of people's homes, and ultimately what the government would have to do to save people in a flood situation or to come up with money in a flood situation. So they told you have to leave. It went to court. The last court appearance you made, they ruled against you.
Correct.
So the question that I have for you is, what comes next? Are you guys going to appeal, or are you going to, because we're got to be getting to the time where you'd have to move out, right?
We already have gone to Rochester ourselves and filed for the appeal.
Okay.
We are going ahead with the appeal. We have to, and that's what we really want to get the word out, because people think it's a done deal and the people are going to have to leave and so forth. The judge ruled on procedure because the town did exactly what they had to do procedurally, and said he probably would not have voted the way they did, the town, and so forth. And he said, I'm opening it up so you can do the appeal and go on the facts.
You know, Senator Griffo's right next to you there. Joe, the last time you were in, we had a situation on the stairway in Ilion, and they had an issue, and you piped in, and all of a sudden, I think that has ended well, right?
Correct. I got actually a nice letter of thanks from the mayor, and they were able to resolve some of the problems. I'm not sure where they are exactly right now, but they're working with their representatives there. And
you know, the stairway coming down from Remington. I mean, it's going to end up being saved in part because of the work that Joe did. Okay, Miracle Man, what can you do with these people?
I just don't know enough about this, so this is a difficult one for me to inject in any way.
So it is in the courts. You're appealing, which means you guys at this point, while under appeal, you don't have to move. Your people do not have to move. What do you want to add, Bill?
Well, there's a few things here that I think that are really important. The town had brought action against us, okay, based on preliminary mapping, okay? And based on this preliminary mapping, there's only one unit that is possibly in the floodway or flood zone, okay? And they're saying, of course, that it's a danger to the people and whatever. There's just a couple of things here. And also the town claims that they will lose their flood insurance, okay, through FEMA.
Okay, all right.
And and they're using preliminary mapping, okay? And here's a couple of things. This is right from FEMA themselves. Preliminary data are not for use, distribution, or replication until the data are finalized and labeled effective. And this cannot be done until there's a comment and appeals period. This is from FEMA. We have letters.
So you're saying that FEMA has, they're saying they'll lose their flood insurance,
Yes.
and you're saying that FEMA's not made that determination yet.
Exactly.
Okay.
Here's another letter from Elizabeth Ketchum, which is the Environmental Program Specialist. I've attached a copy of the effective flood insurance rate map, known as FERMAT, on the area where the parcel is located. The firm panel map 1 dated May 1985 is the current legal map, as preliminary maps have not gone through the legal adoption process. Okay, this is from them. This is another letter. The town is stating that you cannot have manufactured homes in a floodway, okay? This is from William Neckerman, Chief Floodplain Management Section. In the case of damaged manufactured homes, replacement units must meet all requirements for the placement of new units. For units that encroach into the floodway, they may be replaced in kind, provided the footprint is not extended and the units meet all elevations and anchoring requirements. These units have been installed properly. They have been looked at by 2 engineers, 2 professional land surveyors. The town refuses to come in and inspect. This is,
every unit there complies to state standards, town standards, every standard there is. They comply, flood standards, everything. And no one will come in and inspect it.
How can the action be brought against us?
Right.
And saying that we have filled out 3 different floodplain development permits. I feel that we shouldn't have to do it because, again, preliminary.
Right, right.
But there's
And in
trying
this
to close
case,
the park.
they'd be losing their income, you losing their property. I mean, this is really. How much money do you think that? I think you know the number. What has been spent by German Flats, the town of German Flats, on this? Taxpayer dollars spent on trying to remove you guys.
Over $209,000 as of February 22nd or something
And
like
it's
that.
going to be more now because you're appealing.
It's going to be more.
And continue climbing.
And
All right.
taxpayers are upset about this, and this is why we came today, because they're very concerned. They're very upset that this kind of money is being spent out of their dollars when there's so many other things that could be done.
Speaking of money, how are you guys affording attorneys? I mean, this is all self-funded at this point.
It
Sure
has all
is.
been self-funded, and this is why we have friends and supporters, a lot of them, that are they're holding a fundraiser.
I see that. So it's Help Save Creekside Mobile Home Park. It's a fundraiser. It'll be held on Saturday, April 8th, 2 till 6 at the Mohawk American Legion. And people can contact you for details on that. And there'll be music and food, I'm assuming.
It's going to be everything.
all of
Music,
that.
food, Chinese auction, big ticket drawings, door
Right.
prizes.
Which is the next court you're going to be going into? Is it we go to the appellate at this point?
Be
Rochester.
Rochester.
And Rochester, the appellate court in Rochester. So they make the final. That's our Supreme Court, if you will. It's that would be your last stop.
Yes.
Yes.
All right.
Yes.
And the thing of it is we're hoping Virginia's son, my stepson, Peter Ravazzi, had actually talked to the law clerk after the last time that we were in court, in Herkimer County Court there. And he had asked them, he says, why were the facts, why do we not rule on the facts?
Yeah, yeah.
The legal documents here. And he says, it is not up to us to arbitrate the facts. We only do the law. Did they follow the procedure of the law? No more than someone coming to arrest me. Did they do it
Right,
properly?
right.
Did they give me notice? The facts don't come into this.
Right.
This is
So
this
when
is
you're
pretty
appealing,
disheartening.
what are you when you're appealing? Are you appealing on whether or not they should? Are you appealing the last court decision, or are you appealing whether or not they should be able to remove you from the facility, from the location?
All of it.
All of it. Okay.
All of it, definitely.
And you have an attorney that's handling this case now.
We have an appellate attorney doing
Okay.
this.
It changed. You go to a different level, and and a lot of times it's good to have an attorney that deals with the appellate court because it's certainly different. So.
We had actually talked to Senator Seward, and and talked to him, and he had an article in the paper, stating to the fact that how many residents that we have lost in the area, and we had just went to him to see what his take was on it, and the bottom line is we're forcing out 6 families, all working families, providing everything to the area, to the economy and whatnot,
And your business.
and our
It's
business
our
as well.
livelihood,
All right.
Yeah.
All right, guys. Please keep us posted. Good luck.